Hey, welcome back, everybody. It is a cold day in South Texas, and we have shut down the state. So for all of my northern friends, anybody Dallas and above, you won't understand this. But anybody below that, when it gets 25 degrees, let me just say this. If it gets 32 degrees and below, we shut down South Texas, because what you see right now happening out here, this white mess, this never happens out here, all right? Normally, it's a nice balmy 100 degrees with 100% humidity. So we don't know how to operate in this. So since we shut it down, we're gonna video something today, since we ain't got but a little bit of time on our hands, and I figured why not do a video out here in this wind and in this snow.
There's only one question to answer.
What's that?
You feel lucky? Well, Tia.
That's
So
funny.
I did it before.
Oh, back to back! Living life on the R5. I've been getting a lot of questions on the channel. People want to know which I would rather have. Would I rather have the Staccato or the SIG 226 X5? I'm gonna tell you guys, both of them are pretty dang good guns, man. And I guess it comes down to your budget. But we're gonna shoot them today. We're gonna put a little clips on this video so you can see both of them in action. You can kind of compare them side by side. And I'm gonna tell you what else I did. Normally I get out here and I talk a lot of gibberish and nonsense, but today I wrote some notes on a piece of paper so we can compare the two, what it says in writing. And maybe that'll help you guys make an informed decision when you go, because the last thing you wanna do is go buy something and regret it. So I have done that. So anyway, we're gonna open up this box right here. This is my range box, man. And for those of y'all that have not been to Harbor Freight, dude, they're not sponsoring this channel, and they don't sponsor me. But these boxes right here, these are like those Pelican cases. They're called Apache, and they're like 39 bucks, man. Look at this. They're pretty dang great. I get excited about anything that I find that's a good price. And so, man, if I could find some sponsors that would let me do this and get paid for it, that'd be something. But until then, I'm gonna just show y'all. Look, man, this dang camera is following me all over the place. Look at it. I mean, that's pretty neat, man. We got our guns in there. Right there. There you go. And it's got multiple layers in there. You can stack all kind of jazz in there if you wanted to. This is it. This is the XC and the 226. We're gonna put them on a head-to-head competition. And listen, I know a bunch of you guys are gonna say exactly what I would say if someone said, I'm gonna pair the two. I'm gonna be like, hands down, Staccato's gonna win all day. I do love a good Staccato. But I'm actually falling in love with this SIG. It's got a lot of things to offer. Let's get to it, man. Let's shoot these things a little bit. 30 yards back, Staccato XC. SIG 226 X5, 30 yards back. Before we get started, let me show y'all. Look, there's no ammunition in these firearms. They're both clear. It is cold out here. Check it out. Nothing in either one of them. All right, tell of the tape. How do these things stack up against each other, man? The SIG 226 X5 Legion.
12 seconds later.
Oh, well, y'all gonna be proud of me. I took notes, because normally I sometimes watch my videos back and I'm like, what the heck am I talking about? The SIG 226 X5 Legion, it is in a nice color, man. It is called it's a Cerakote Elite finish. It's called Legion Gray, and it's very nice looking. It is a 4.4 inch barrel. Overall length of this firearm is 8.6 inches. And so the 4.4 in the barrel, and then you do have this little bit, probably ½ inch here in the front for this compensator in the front. And the width of it is 1.7 inches. Height is 6 inches from top to bottom. The weight with the magazine in it is 42 ounces with the mag. And it does have X-ray day-night sights on it. And they are, I want to say, suppressor height sights. It does come standard with 3 20-round magazines. They do say 18 on it. Let me grab it. They do say 18 on it, but you can fit 20 in this thing, and they're nice mags. I do like them a lot. So I think it's probably this little extra butt plate here allows you to add the other 2 in. So it comes with 3 of these with it. Has an X on the bottom. This is a single action only firearm. It does have a unique system in it. It has a 2-spring function in it. When you do tear it down, you have a longer spring and then a little collar and a smaller spring in it. And so the slide itself, you can manipulate it fairly easy in the beginning part, and then that second spring kind of takes in to handle different caliber of not caliber, but different grains of ammunition. I haven't had any problems or malfunctions with this firearm. It fires very well. I will say for a right-handed shooter, it's built for you guys. I mean, from the gas pedals here on the side, everything is built for y'all on this firearm. And I haven't found a way to convert it to a lefty yet, but it's not my firearm, it's my wife's, so I don't think she wants me doing that anyway. So she's probably gonna be a little fired up. I just cleaned her firearm last night, so I'm gonna be out here shooting it a little bit today. But this is it. It does have XG grips, and they are tungsten infused. It does have a tungsten pads in here on each side, and this firearm is very heavy in the back, but it's very well balanced. The first thing anybody says when they pick this firearm up is, "Whew, that's heavy," but shoots phenomenal. My favorite, the Staccato XC. It is hands down my favorite firearm on the ranch, and it is a 5-inch barrel with a compensated island comp on it. It is actually made from 1 block of steel, so it's not welded on, it's not screwed on. This is all one piece. That barrel and that compensator are all one. The overall length is 8.7 versus 8.6 on the SIG. The width of it is 1.5 inches versus 1.7 on the SIG. Height is 5'9", SIG 6'0". The weight of this is about 38 ounces without sight, without magazine. So we have weighed them both. I'll put the video right here.
I don't know.
Let's just weigh this in. We'll weigh the Staccato first. They're both empty, no magazines.
Yeah.
And this gun is coming in at 1,189 grams.
All right.
Almost butt naked. Not butt naked, but you know, with a few.
They both have lights. They
with
both
a little
have
bit of
optics.
Yeah, with a little bit of
Both
furniture on them.
comparable.
Yeah. So, and then this one here, coming in at, what is it? 1,206 grams. Comparable in weight, but the SIG 226 is heavier. So this one does come with a code witness sights on it. When you do order it with an optic from Staccato, it does come with 2 17-round magazines. Unless you are part of the Leo program, then you do get more magazines. They do also sell optional 20-ounce magazines, and it's a single action only firearm too. So this does have the X serrations on it. This comes in the XC, unless you pay for these extra. They're kind of nice little slide serrations there. They work very well also. And one thing that everyone notices about this is the fitment of this firearm. It's not an Atlas or something that's fitted a little bit different. It is a very well made production firearm, and you can tell when you grab it. The slide is buttery smooth, but that's just because how it is made. The lockup's good on it. You can tell the difference between the two. So definitely, you're paying for what you get here. But on the flip side of that, I'm an average Joe, man. I'm not a competition shooter. I like to come out here and plink around. I like to play with my friends. I like to have a good time. And so that gun is probably the most high-end gun I'm ever going to own. I have not babied this firearm at all. I probably have 10,000 rounds plus through it. And I carry it every day. It's a daily carry for me. I have had 0 malfunctions with it, 0 issues. And it's not a safe queen. It has a job every day. And so I've been super proud of that firearm, and I'm super proud of the way the coating on it. The coating on it is a DLC Diamond Light Carbon coating, and the finish on it is held up very well. I mean, y'all can see 10,000 rounds plus, and you can tell I've drawn this thing out of the holster. I've carried it every day. No issues. No issues. All right, so if you have the 226, you're probably in the same boat as me. You probably have been shopping around for holsters for this guy, and been unsuccessful. You probably found some that don't fit it very well. You've probably tried to modify your own, like I have with a heat gun. But there's things on here like this gas pedal that get in the way. It's just a different shape than some of the other firearms, and I've had a hard time until recently. I reached out to a guy. His business is named Holster Dude, and we're gonna partner with one another, and I'm gonna do a review on some of his holsters that he's sending to the channel very soon. So I'm excited about that. So keep watching the videos and you'll see those come out. But until then, if you need a holster for the 226 X5 Legion, reach out to the Holster Dude. I'm gonna put a link to his website below in the description. So just drop down the description, you'll see the link right there. I'll put it before I put everything else in there. And click on there. The website's easy to navigate. He has probably 100 different colors, different belt attachment styles, and it has a ton of questions on there so you can modify your holster to fit this thing perfectly. And I will tell you, hands down, his customer service is fantastic. I have talked to him over the phone. I have dealt with him with emails, and he's the one reaching out to me to make sure that the holster he's building for me is going to fit my firearm just the right way. And so that's the first time I've had a company do that. And so I just wanted to let you guys know, because I've actually had people reach out and say, hey, what holsters are you using? And in the meantime, what I have been using to fit it also is a Filster floodlight holster. It attaches to any of your lights. So this is a TRL-1, and I bought the holster for the TRL-1. And so I can actually pop my Staccato in here, my SIG 320, the 226, as long as you have the light. If you want to carry with a light, this holster works just fine. But the Holster Dude makes them like that also. So check him out. I'm going to have a video coming out in a couple weeks. As soon as I get the holsters in, we'll review them, we'll talk about them. I'll put them through some tests. I'll give you an honest review. I'll let you know what I think about them. Someone asked me not too long ago, hey, can those two firearms, can they stretch it out? Can you shoot them at range? Heck yes. Right here. It's my daughter shooting 400 yards. Brought my daughter out. We're gonna have her send a couple rounds, 400 yards. You're just short of it. Good shot. Second shot. 400 yards. How's that feel?
That feels good.
This one right here, 700 yard shot with the Staccato XC. Oh, back to back! What? We often shoot it at 500 yards. And is it accurate with the right ammo? You bet it is. Honestly, what are my thoughts on the two, right? I like them. Are they expensive? Yeah. Yeah, they are. And am I not taking my Air Pro off because it's really cold? Yeah. Yeah. My ears are large, man, and they're catching some wind out here. But anyway, look, the Staccato XC is $4,300 before you do anything with it, before you add an optic, before you laser engrave it, before you do anything. Staccato does, I mean, they have a reputation. I mean, there is a ton of law enforcement agencies out here, especially in Texas, that are carrying the Staccato P. But on the flip side, there's a ton of law enforcement and government agencies carrying the SIG. Not necessarily the 226, but the 320. But the 226 X5, or the 226, has been a special forces firearm for years. And so there you go. I mean, it's up to you, right? $4,300 for the XC. That's compensated, very well fit together. It's still a production gun, but very high-end production gun. Or the SIG 226 X5 Legion, compensated firearm, $2,300. You can also, I looked this morning, I found them for $1,999. And so I guess it depends on your budget. Will you be satisfied with both? I think so. I would be. But are you a competitive shooter? Are you in the open game? I don't know, right? If you're like me, you're just a country boy that wants a very nice firearm to call his own, that's always wanted one like that, then either one works. Guys, I got some cool videos coming out. Made some Jeep mods. I got the holster from Holster Dude video coming out where we review that. And I hope this video helped you make a decision. Hey, for those of you that are out here working in this weather, whether you are moving produce, making infrastructure or defending our country. I salute you. Stay warm, defenders. When it's too cold outside, but you still like to shoot,